Pietermaritzburg High Court has sentenced the Wyebank father to 4 life terms for the murder of his 4 children, one of them being his stepdaughter. He had pleaded guilty to the charges. In mitigation of sentence, the father had told the court that he suspected that his wife was having an affair as she had filed for divorce. For reaction on the story, we have on the line Vincentia Dlamini from the Women and Men Against Child Abuse, and she joins us now live on the line from Johannesburg. Vincentia, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for coming through. Your reaction to the sentence?
It is a fitting sentence because we want life for every life, but I think we need to take a page out of what is currently happening in terms of gender-based violence, and if the community would be aware, because now you're seeing that somebody goes and kills their partner because they're filing for divorce. But what we know is that with the history of gender-based violence, it did not start with us. And I think as communities, we need to do things differently in the sense that how we are going to raise our young ones, both girls and boys, in terms of understanding that it has nothing to do with you, the fact that if somebody does say that they don't want to be with you anymore, and then that how we are going to resolve conflict. Because what we are seeing is that a lot of our particularly mostly men, they cannot stand being rejected, and as a result they resort to violence. And I think how we have let our boys grow up is the sense that a man doesn't cry, and those are mental health issues that we need to address and allow people to deal with pain openly. Because if they're not allowed, these are the results that happen, is that at the end of the day, they resort to more drastic measures. But if they understood that their self-worth is not determined by another person, and that you are enough as a human being regardless of the other person. And also, if you are going to say that if you suspected somebody was having an affair, that's why they were divorcing you, and then you end up killing them, that means that you have no sense of worth. So those are, we need to as a society do things differently. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about primary prevention measures, how we are going to go into ECD spaces and actually educate our children and put into curricula, alternative ways of resolving conflict. And unfortunately, the loss of life cannot be replaced with a sentence, but we are welcoming the sentence.
Yeah, that's my next question, to say that we've seen previously a number of activists and NGOs have been calling for life terms for perpetrators of such crimes. So as we say that there is nothing that can ever replace a person's life, but the sentence itself, is it fair? Is it sufficient? Will it serve as a deterrent to other perpetrators or other to-be perpetrators?
I think what we are guided by what the laws of the countries are saying, and we should actually say that there is no other sentence except for life sentence currently. And we are saying that, and I think that sometimes when we talk about life sentence without parole, those are the other things that we are missing, because sometimes people are going to be given life sentence and they are going to say these sentences need to run concurrently, which means that later on they can apply for parole and then they come back afterwards. But there's an issue of the public outcry when they say that, but they go there, they eat from our taxes, they still get DSTV, they still go to they don't have to worry about other things, and they're actually safer outside. And people are so angry and they want to resort to mob justice and say that, they don't deserve to leave. That is a discussion for another day. But what we know is that this can be prevented in early childhood, and I think as a society, we cannot be a society that is reacting all the time, because we always come after the mat. But what are we going to do differently? And we need to pump in a lot of money. The president has pumped a lot of money into gender-based violence plan, and we're hoping that when women are crying out and they want protection orders, they are going to be given that. We are hoping that, even presiding officers, that they are going to say, because currently we have life sentence, they are going to give life sentence for everything, and that, no, it shouldn't be actually mitigate the fact that somebody was cheating. So there's no reason for that. And I think as an organization, we are going to go with what the presiding officer, but we would like to see them say no prospects of parole.
But at the same time, is it safe for us to say that it looks like we're starting to see some changes in the justice system itself? Because I think, when was it, about a month or two ago, a woman was found guilty of murdering her children in the Mpumalanga province and was sentenced as well to 4 life terms in prison. So are we seeing a change in terms of the pattern, the operational pattern of the justice system?
And can I just talk from an organization perspective on the cases that we have been following? What we have seen is that with all the sentencing, we have seen life sentencing. And this is what we've been crying for, to say that, they need to get the harshest sentences. I think we are still on the right path, in the sense that when the president also said that we need to get harsher sentences, that they need to be life sentences, the repercussions must be harsh. We are seeing a shift. But the question, we still need to see if this is really going to actually serve as a deterrent. We are hoping it serves as a deterrent. But let's wait and see and monitor everything. But we want people to actually, get the harshest sentences. And yeah.
All right, Vincentia, we'll leave it at that. Many thanks there for your reaction. Vincentia Dlamini from Women and Men Against Child Abuse, reacting to the Pietermaritzburg High Court decision to sentence the Wyebank father to 4 life terms in prison for the murder of his 4 children, one of them being his stepdaughter.